Stadia Arena is the event that we're running. We're taking it down to Japan in Yokohama in September of this year. So Stadia Arena Asia Pacific. It's the third time that we've run the event in the Asia Pacific region. We had two previous events in Singapore. And when we had the success of the two Singapore events, we were approached by Japanese stakeholders to take the event to Japan as they begin their build-up and planning for the 2019 Rugby World Cup, the 2020 Olympics and the 2021 Kansai World Masters Games. But they're not the only reasons that we're taking the event to Japan. Japan itself has very, very strong legacy of sporting infrastructure with successful J-League for the soccer, fantastically supported baseball league as well, and also there's a superb basketball league which is just about to amalgamate into one super league. So the infrastructure and the requirements of sport in Japan professionally are there. From a construction point of view, we're not looking to take any experts to Japan who will teach people things they don't know. Japan has buildings that withstand earthquakes and trains that run on magnets. What we're taking over there is the expertise into how to manage a facility to provide a better fan experience for the attendees. And also looking at the monetisation of the facility as well, so that it goes from being a cost centre for the prefecture, who mainly own a lot of the facilities in Japan, to actually a revenue return for them as well. For the events that we've been running since 1999, with the first one running in the old London Arena, which sadly no longer stands. It was the precursor to the O2 in London. Over that period of time, we've seen a lot of work done in Europe on all-seater stadium, improvement of venues and facilities, and the attendees of venues and events now in Europe expect the very, very high-end quality of fan experience, mirroring what's been happening in the States, who are the sort of forefathers of that particular experience. We then hit the financial downturn of the European market, which saw a difficulty in many venues and projects getting funding, and that's been slow to return. And what we've noticed is that the Asian market has been prolific actually in trying to deliver better fan experience as their population travel wider and wider as the world becomes a smaller place. The experience of going to the States or coming to Europe or Australasia, they're having a great experience in venues and at events and at tournaments. When they go back to their own facilities, they can be a little bit basic in terms of the provisions. In the majority of places, there are some fantastic examples of venues which do provide a fantastic experience. The Tokyo Dome being one, for example, another being our very own Yokohama Arena, where we're holding the event in September this year. So I think that the desire is for the experts, for want of a better phrase, from around the world to come and look at the Japanese market, to share information on how they get a better fan experience, fan engagement, better corporate hospitality seats, monetisation of the facility. So we're looking at the prefectures of Japan, we're looking at the consultants, the contractors who would be involved in the design and construction of these facilities. We're looking at national and regional governments, we're looking at the sporting associations and clubs, so J-League clubs, the baseball clubs, the rugby clubs. We've actually had confirmation from the Rugby World Cup organising committee that they're participating in the event by sending a delegation along. We're hoping to get the chief executive to come along and speak. Similarly with the Olympics for 2020 as well, the invitations are there for J-League and the baseball groups as well, and basketball. We're trying to tie in a fantastic nucleus of the Japanese business community, but the business of sport, which is a new and emerging business in Japan. From the exhibitor perspective, we expect to see a mixture of the indigenous Japanese companies, so products and service suppliers, architects, for example. Japanese architects have had some fantastic successes recently, with Japanese group actually winning the bid to design the new Barcelona stadium. They'll be coming along to speak at the event itself. We have the architects who are actually building the new Japanese 2020 Olympic Stadium, plus probably 4 or 5 of the most prolific Japanese architectural companies as well as those who are coming along. The conference itself is actually very exciting because we do two different types of things. We have the learned session where we have the panel sessions, and we have lectures, and we have some guest speakers come in. These are either experienced venue operators, or they're those that are specialists in the design, manufacturing of products and services that go into the facilities themselves, sharing their experiences, and these will come from global specialists, so an opportunity for the local market to learn about techniques and schemes from abroad, but also for the Japanese people themselves to come up and give a presentation about what works locally with the local cultural side of things. Then we also have technical site tours as well. This year in Yokohama, we'll actually be touring the facility that we're having the event in, which will be the recently refurbished Yokohama Arena. We'll also be taking delegates to the Yokohama International Swimming Pool, which is an indoor swimming pool, but it's multi-purpose. In the winter, it actually converts, the whole floor space converts by hydraulics, by lifting the base of the swimming pool up, and it turns into a gymnasium for badminton, for actually gymnastics itself. And then in the summer, they lower the floor again and it turns back into a swimming pool again. So that'll be a very interesting site tour on the mechanics and dynamics of that. Then we'll also be going across to the Nissan Stadium in Yokohama as well, which recently hosted the 2015 Club World Cup. It's hosted the International Football World Cup itself, and in 2019 it will play host to the Rugby World Cup final itself. So we've got 3 fantastic site tours as well to get an insight in how the Japanese venues are actually managed. We'll also see the Japanese technology companies showing how their technology can be brought into the stadia of the future. Plus we'll also have the global specialists in the seating markets. We have some fantastic Japanese seating manufacturers who are part of global networks, some of the big American seating companies as well. There'll be flooring companies, lighting companies, turf protection systems, catering, vending, global architectural practices who specialise in the sporting market. And we're also now having delegations coming in from China, Korea and Taiwan, as well as Australasia. I think actually anybody who's involved with venue management globally, whether that be the Middle East, the Far East, South America, North America, Europe, Russia, China, if you are looking at designing or refurbishing or looking to actually provide a better experience for the venue that you manage, operate, or are looking to fund even, then this type of event, and certainly our one in Southeast Asia, is going to be a very interesting one for you to come and attend. The site visits that we have, the conference program that we have, the panels of experts that will be there, it's going to be a great learning experience for everybody.